Get it back onto the show. So, to continue on real quick, I want to repeat the riddle of the day, which is, what is full of warmth and shines brightly, making everyone happy in the summer?
So, and the phone numbers are 712141765, and again, 712141767.
Phenomenal. And to continue on, real quick, now, the next page that we have is a master class by a wonderful young gentleman who's going to teach us something by the name of?
And his name is Dilxush Hamidov. Let's welcome him.
Give him the turn.
Yes. Okay, good morning, dear audience, teachers, parents, and students. Today, I'm Dilxush Hamidov here to teach you on master class, which is called How to Memorize New Information Quicker Than Others. Let's start. So, the master class topic is some tips, some trips to learning. So, as a human being, we all the time try to learn new things. We all the time try to read books, or we all the time try to collect new data, research papers, and other things. So these are the things that we should learn. But as millions of people in the world have the problem, why we cannot memorize all of the information that we learned? You know, if you know the answer, you can answer for this question. Why
What question?
Why we cannot remember all the information that we studied?
Because there is no practice.
Yeah, this is correct, but you know, the answer is here. Our brain is a hard drive. We always try to learn new things which are not like relevant to the education that we are learning, but as a hard drive, a brain, you know, it will be hard for us to remember all the information if we do not repeat or if we do not use the information right after learning. So imagine we learned an information, but after an hour we forgot more than half of the information that we took because no using, no repetition, and this will cause our brain to forget the information. And in addition, we today together will teach, I will teach you on how to avoid this forgetting, and I will teach you on how to memorize things effectively. So, you know, there are two tips to memorize new information. The first one is for those who are preparing for examinations or for those who are studying at universities or at colleges. This is called taking the information from short-term memory to long-term memory. Okay, this is like, you know, students struggle on remembering many information at the same time. We do overloading for our brain, but our brain all the time protects us from overloading. It like puts the information in order that we should do, that we should learn. And the first step is the spaced repetition. It's called spaced repetition. So when you learn a new information, you should repeat the information right after learning. And after 15 and 20 minutes, you should like repeat the same information again. And next repetition should be after 6 or 8 hours, so that your brain will be like considering this information as important, and it will be taken from the short-term memory to the long-term memory. And the last repetition should be about 24 hours later, I mean a day later. And this is how you will never forget this information. And the next one is, at the same time, it's also called spaced repetition, but it's like more different from the first one. For example, this is for the information which we want to be in our mind for a lifelong period. So the repetition order is the same, but it changes for the third and the fourth parts. You will repeat the information right after learning, and 15-20 minutes after, again repeat the same information, and the next one should be after 6 or 7 days, and the last repetition is 2 or 3 months later. If you do this, your brain will consider this information is the most important information, and you will never forget this information during your life. So this was how to memorize new things quickly than others. And if we refer to the movies, you know, we all watched the Sherlock Holmes, yes?
Yes.
In this movie, if you remember that main actor couldn't remember all the solar systems. He couldn't name all the solar systems. Why? Do you think because he missed class, or maybe he didn't attend class? What do you think?
Probably he didn't have enough practice. Like he didn't use your strategy that you explained.
No, it's because, as I said, our brain protects us from overloading. And as it was irrelevant information for him, his brain is not responsible for remembering this extra information. So if we do not need any information, then why our brain should keep it? This is how the answer was. And maybe your answer is also correct, that repetition will keep the information. Yeah. So this was on how to memorize new things quickly. And in order to memorize things quickly, we should know why we are learning the information, why we need this information. The purpose of the information should be exact, and then we will learn to the information quickly and easily than others. And here I have some tips on how to learn new things. If we learn new things effectively and easily, then it will be more easier for us to remember it too. So the tips are here. The first one is opposite learning. It's called opposite learning. So in this point, in opposite learning, for example, imagine you are learning a new language, and in order to make this learning process easier for you and for your brain, firstly, you should use this method. Opposite learning means you should learn the words not just with the meaning, but you should know the words with opposites. For example, if you learn night, you should learn the day word. And if you know day and night as an opposite in English language, so when you forget day, the night will recall for the day, and it will not be hard for you to remember the word. It will be easier as the peers will recall for their opposite
Antonyms,
words.
right? You're going to be cool.
Antonyms.
Yes.
Yes, and this was the most beneficial. This is the most beneficial method for students who are willing to learn new language. And the second one is.
I guess you're going to have lots of tips, right?
Yeah, we are going to have about 10 tips.
Oh, 10.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
that's
will be great.
Good. Continue.
Okay, the next one was, okay, let me write this one also. So this one is serial position effect. What about your idea on this tip?
I'm going to find out this right now if you're going to explain.
You don't know, yes? Serial position effect.
Watching serials?
No. It's about learning. So, when we are given to do some research paper, or when we are given a lot of information to read, we only remember the beginning part and the ending parts, but we cannot remember exactly the mid part. So this is called serial position effect. In this tip, you shouldn't read the same book. You shouldn't read the book just easily, but you should divide the information into similar parts. For example, if you are learning the whole book, it's positive sides, negative sides, and semi-similar parts should be divided, and then your brain will not forget any part of it. And this means you will not remember the beginning and the ending, but you will remember all of the text as a whole. And this was serial position effect learning. And the next point is more beneficial and interesting, and it's called interference theory. Interference theory. Do you have idea about this?
Probably you will be learning and someone will be interfering you, and you will try to stay concentrated on the word that you learned.
Maybe.
Am I close to this?
Yes.
You see?
Yeah.
Okay.
In this theory, in interference theory, when you are learning a new information, you all the time should switch into another activities and take break, let your brain relax, so that your brain when you are relaxing, your brain will get the information which you learned already, and it will prepare itself for the next part, for the next coming part, and it will be easier for you and for your brain also to like grab the information which is coming next to the break. So it means in interference theory, many students do this. You should take break, you should do what you love to do, like your loved activities and other kinds of things you should do. And I think this is more beneficial and interesting point here. And the fourth one is, okay, choose only the best materials. I think it's really easy for everyone. Do you have any idea of it?
Choosing only the best material?
Yeah.
How is that relatable to learning?
Brother, let's stay next to the board. Stay next to the board.
Yeah, stay somewhere right here next to the board.
There you go.
Okay,
A
here?
little bit closer
Yes,
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Can't hear you.
Can you name? Do you have any idea of this? This point.
Yeah,
Choose
yeah.
only the best materials.
Yes, Brazos knows probably.
Turn on your logic and just pick the good material for yourself, probably.
Yeah. You know, when our professors give us many research papers or assignments, they ask us to read historical books which are written many times ago. You know, but much things changed after these books were written. So we shouldn't read all the traditional books or like historical ancient books. We should try to use like current sources, online sources which are reliable and which are more beneficial, which are like currently published, and this will make your learning process easier. Because you know the language type also more like difficult for the historical ancient books. You know, it will be like more hard to understand that books, but the online current sources are more easier for us to follow, and they are more easier to us, and that's why this is the most important here. Choose only the best materials. When you have the best materials, then you will enjoy learning. And this was about it. And the fifth one is about record yourself. It's also really easy from itself. You can understand, record yourself. So we are asked, according to the scientists, students, when they are learning any kind of information or when we are reading books, we should do record, like recording our own voice, and we should listen to that again after some time. But I hate to do this because I don't want to listen to my voice, but it is the most beneficial method for everyone. So what do you think? Do you do this?
Mine, actually, the fifth one is close to me, but I'd rather prefer not recording my voice but making video, you know, by seeing how I respond.
Yeah.
That actually mostly worked with me when I was getting prepared for the IELTS speaking.
Yeah, I also was doing that, but I hated doing at the same time. Like I was asked from my teacher, and then I was doing. But it's not like likely to me. So this is the best point here. Record yourself. Recording yourself. When you are recording yourself, you will be reading to the material, and when you are reading to the material, you're you will be taking screenshots by your eyes when you don't know. You know, our eyes already take screenshots of what we are doing or what we are learning. So after some time, if you listen to your own voice, again the taken screenshots will come to your mind, and you will be saying what was written when you are listening. And at the time, it will be more easy for you to follow the information. And when you are asked from someone else, it will be easier for you to answer to the question. Like you will remember the written part and the listening when you were listening at the same time. So this is more beneficial and advantageous method for everyone. This method is used by teachers, students, and everyone. And the second one is make up stories.
The second one.
Oh, six is what?
Make
Up stories. What is your favorite one, actually, that you do
Cinderella.
love using the most?
Nemo.
You know, as I said, I didn't like, but I did this one, but it helped me all the time. I do this one, interference theory and make up stories. So when you are learning new information, you should make up stories according to that data or like research data. So when you make up some stories, it should be funny and interesting for you to remember easily. So if you make up some stories from like the exact sources, you should make it funny, and after some time you should repeat it by yourself, like you shouldn't forget it. And this is the best method for everyone, especially for those who are preparing for IELTS. If you are learning new vocabularies for IELTS, you should make up stories using that new vocabulary, and then you will never forget it. As it's funny and interesting, it will come to your mind all the time.
Interesting.
Have you ever used this method?
Never.
Yes. We're going to do the same in IELTS speaking. The topic is going to be given,
Oh,
and we're
yeah,
going to come
we've
up
done
with the
this.
stories.
We have done
you know?
this. Yeah, making
Yeah.
up
Close to
stories.
everyone.
Yeah.
So the next one
You can move
is...
a little bit slowlier.
The next one is make friends with a camel.
No, it's mind palace. Palace.
Mind palace.
Do you have any idea of it?
Hell no. I'm hearing these things for the first time in my life. Continue, brother. Just keep talking.
Okay. The mind palace, this is the best method when you are studying in your own room or at college classrooms. For example, if you are learning on your studying table, you should connect the information you are learning to the around equipments around you. For example, you connect the first information to your laptop, so that when you see your laptop, it will come to your mind easily. And the next information should be connected to your phone, for example, around you. And when you see your phone, you will remember this part. And the next one, it will go like this. And after when you finish learning, when you see your phone, you should try to repeat the same information which you connected with your phone. Or when you see the laptop, you should try to remember that part which you connected with your laptop. And then this will be more easier, and your brain all the time keeps this information because you are suddenly seeing something and you are trying to remember that. This is more interesting.
Okay, and you connect the information with so many things, your mind just turns into a palace, huh?
Yes, when you see suddenly, your brain will be ready to explain what was connected with that. And it's
so keywords.
Yeah, keywords.
Okay.
But with me, it didn't work actually, especially the seventh one.
I've done it before.
Yes.
I would try to make funny. If I think a donkey, then I think technology, and then go to it.
So,
yeah.
Try to understand, the next one is, 8 says, try to understand what you are learning.
Try to understand what you are learning?
Yeah.
This is more interesting.
Well, yeah, of course.
What do you think of it?
Try to understand. If we don't understand it, how are we going to learn it?
Yeah, many students in Uzbekistan or over the world, for example, they have the problem. They don't know what they are learning. For example, as a kid, we were given some poems by our teachers to learn by heart.
Yes.
We learned that poems by heart, but we didn't know the actual meaning.
Yes.
So when we stop, when we forgot some part, we cannot continue until we see the word. So this was most difficult part for us. So my mother is a teacher at school, and she all the time taught me this method. Try to understand what you are learning. If you know the specific meaning of the poems that you are learning by heart, then it will be easier for you to follow the order. You will never forget the parts where you stop it. And this is the most important method for all the people, especially young adults at school. Okay, the next one is visualize. This is more outdated point. This is more outdated method, visualize, but still we should use it. When we are learning some new information, we should explain the information which we learned. We should explain the learned information to ourselves using our body language as much as we can, so that it will be easy. It will be more easier for our brain and at the same time for us to remember the learned information. When you are using your body language, you will be connecting the information to your body parts automatically by your brain, and like it will be more easier for you every time to remember this information.
Very good.
And yeah, this was the 9th point, yes. And the last point. Okay.
How do you usually visualize when you learn something?
For example, if I'm given a speech to prepare for my university classes, I always explain the information which I am going to present on the stage by using my body language. For example, I try to make some statistics by my fingers as I'm explaining it to those who cannot hear, and this will be more easier for you to follow. Yes, this is more easy.
Avoid the nice one because I can use too much of my body language.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely,
But
for sure.
You know, when you are using your body language, it will make your a speech more interesting for the public who are watching you or who are in front of you when you are presenting. For example, you know, if you are given a speech, if I'm talking like this in this style without moving or without using any body language, it will not be interesting. So when I use my body language, it will make it interesting for everyone. And the last one is, okay, can I explain the last one without writing?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. It's called partial learning. In this method, you know, we all the time as a human being, we do not want to do any assignment on time, but we will be waiting for the deadline. And when it comes to deadline, we should learn much information for short time. And this will be overloading for our brain, and it will be more hard for our brain to memorize all of the information that we are learning. That's why you should divide the information into the days, how much days you have, how many days you have, and then it will be easier for you to follow the information. For example, if you have 6 days until the deadline, then you should use the 6 days, and you should divide the information to the 6 days, and you should learn every day the parts, and then it's called partial learning, which is more convenient and comfortable, and at the same time easier to follow and learn. So
Thank you very much.
This was our topic for today's session.
That was really informative.
Yeah.
Hopefully, our viewers, they're going to pick one comfortable tips for them, right?
Yeah, I hope you will find it more beneficial and advantageous, I think.
Thank you so much, brother. Have a great day.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wish you all the best.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Have a good one.
day.
See you.
Bye.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are actually not going on. We're not going to continue on with the show. We are slowly going to come to the end. We're going to slowly wrap it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And first and foremost, before we move into anything that is considered to be a part of the conclusion, we should tell the riddle of the day, which is probably, I'm going to say, making everybody jittery. Yeah,
sure.
Grinding teeth there. So the riddle itself was, what is full of warmth and shines brightly, making everyone happy in the summer? And the answer was...
1, 2, 3 is the sun.
Sun. It is the sun,
Yes.
exactly.
That's great. So all of those viewers who actually realized what is the answer, just huge applauses for you all, guys.
We had how many
You
phone
are
calls?
right.
2 phone calls? 3 phone calls? You know,
Yes, so.
you have bad days and you have good days. I'll consider this one a good day because we actually
course.
had some phone calls, which was nice. So, I mean, there's nothing to be upset about. But yeah, anyways.
That was honestly great, you know, to have a conversation with all of those people who actually have so many different majors,
Definitely.
the law, the teaching, right, and so on, being a guide also.
The future of Uzbekistan.
For sure. And I have heard that all of them, they are quite enough for coming back to Uzbekistan and making the good contribution toward the country in teaching and increasing people's knowledge and education about that sphere, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. The motherland is just still the motherland, you know what I mean?
For sure.
We're going to come back one day or another.
Okay.
But anyways, to say goodbye to you guys, I quickly want to show my appreciation for, of course, watching the show. And something that I insist every single time I get the chance is that you guys know that we have social media. If you didn't know, now you know. We have Telegram and we have Instagram. And whenever you notice something that you would like to be added, or if you would like to see something a little bit different, I insist and I constantly, repeatedly would imply that you would write over and over and over to the Telegram channels, to the Instagram pages. When you're calling us, you could call us and tell us and comment and recommend and suggest and please as much as possible. That constructive criticism is what is going to be the key to the more successful and entertaining show. So definitely whenever you get the chance, try to throw a different aspect of, I'm going to say, an addition to the show.
For sure. Any comments that you're going to give, feel free just to write them all down if you're going to have any questions. Manasseh's team will be reading. I will be reading. So the administration, everything is going to be really great. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this program. I do hope that you found them really interesting and informing.
Yes, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are watching the Foreign Language TV channel on Good Morning Uzbekistan. We have a karaoke page, so do not leave. It's still going to have an interesting ending. Yes. That's all.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me.